This is Bible study night. We appreciate you guys for being with us on today. If this is your first time on live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. I want to say salutations to each and every one of you guys. Once again, I want to say hello to my and salutations to my Madrina, to my Oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Andres. To each and every one of you guys that are part of our platform, I want to say hello and good evening to you as you are being notified that I am live. I am honestly rocking my favorite tune on Yemi Ja, the water goddess. I want to say to each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for your continued support and your confidence in my spirituality when it comes down to your spiritual needs. What's up, my baby Scorpio in the house? What's up, my 69? Renee is in the house. And hello to Jeremy. Salutations to you as well. I also want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys for being here with us on today. I'm still having lingering effects of this prednisone, but it's getting out of my system. They gave me a good dose of 80 milligram, and I'm not a medicine taker. I understand pharmaceutical products are very, very dangerous, and when it comes down to taking things inside of your body, trusting these medical physicians, you never know. I don't care for how I sound, but a lot of people say that I sound fine. But I know that I'm literally having to fight for my words, and it is not something I'm accustomed to dealing with. But I'm believing God for a full recovery. Now, I want to say, what's up there, Michael? Thank you for joining us. You have been on my mind, sir. I actually in Miami today at the cemetery doing some graveyard work for a client. What's up, Demetrius at Gemini in the house? I also hello to Blue. What's up? I'm Billy and my Pisces in the house. Now I want to talk about something today. Normally this is our Bible study night, and this is where we kind of break down spirituality. And one of the things I try to be transparent in. For whatever reason, some people are up under the misnomer that I am sick. I am not sick. I I was taking a medicine. I have anemia, and the doctors prescribed a medicine that I had a very strong adverse reaction to, and they kept giving me the medicine. Um, my hemoglobin as of today is 10.2, and I've taken my iron supplements. Um, One of the things that I try to be very, very transparent, and the reason why I don't trust doctors as it is because a lot of the medicine is chemical based, and a lot of times our body, especially somebody like me, I'm not a medicine taker. I'm very holistic. I've been like that since I've been 13 years old. I'm 52 years old, and it really impacted my body. Even though I am still purging myself from the medicine. So I don't know where the idea came that I was actually sick. I'm not sick. I was in the hospital because that's where you have to get blood from. I mean, I don't have. I'm going to a lab to receive blood for my anemia, which is anemia is low blood. So I don't know where the misinformation came from, But everybody is in the hospital not because they're literally sick, but because certain procedures have to be done in the hospital. But me myself, I got a hold of an steroid that was very strong, and it was too strong for my body and my system, and it I got a lot of the side effects, and I'm yet trying to reverse these effects of this particular steroid. My doctor has me. I talked to him yesterday. He has me on. Going to put me on something totally different. It won't be steroids. And so I want to say to many of you all that my conjure is still strong. I am still able to do my work. I am still. I went down to Miami to get more candles because I have a lot of work to be done. I have to also ship out some products. So I've been traveling on today, not only doing graveyard work, but I've also been picking up products and then also getting ready to travel to meet many of you guys. So that's what a chief apostle has been doing. What's up there, Mama Susie in the house? What's up, Gemini? And then I got Sister Tree Rhonda Aries in the house. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much, Demetrius, for hitting that highlight button. Join the membership. We're gonna be talking about that today, and I'm gonna be saying some things. Now I want to start off before I Bible study tonight and say that I'm a Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and rising sign Pisces. That is so significant when you consider yourself working with Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. This is important because a lot of people come into my lives and they come into my life and they want to overlook that energy, that frequency, and that vibration. That is not wisdom. I don't care what I practice, what I work with. I am always going to be a Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and rising sign Pisces. And that is something important. Now, I want to talk about something, and I'm going to share some information with you guys. And hopefully, in this Bible study, I want to break this down and why a person needs to consider this information that I'm giving. What's up, my fellow Sagittarius? I would like my sister on my dad's side birthday was the other day. Want to wish her a happy birthday. That's Marquita. She's an Aquarius. I would like to really delve into this and why this is significant. I personally believe that black people are engaged in the ATRS, but they really don't know how magic works. They don't understand the systems by which they are initiated in. And because you have cauldrons, because you have orishas, because you have impungos, or because you have spiritual fetishes, doesn't make you any more expert to magic, spirituality, than somebody going to Home Depot and buying plumbing tools. Doesn't make them a plumber. You having access to spiritual tools doesn't mean that you understand the sciences by which they were constructed. Neither do you understand how those sciences are implemented for your personal gain or your personal protection. And because many of you don't study history and you get involved in these elays and these ramas and these houses, and you don't understand the where things derive from, you find yourself in a very tight situation. One of the things that I try to do along with protecting people is educating people. Most of us from African diaspora, that our people believe in ancestry. We did not go and get strange bones in called infumbes or moetos and put them in pots. A lot of the conjure and a lot of the stuff that we did was ancestry, and that is the safest passage when it comes down to spirituality. When you get into other cultures, people start doing different things, and even though in that culture it may be acceptable, but the original way that we practice palo and the original way that we practice our African sciences were very much steeped in our ancestry. And when you get into other cultures, they start entrapping spirits, forcing spirits to do their bidding, even though, and then they give you a part of that spirit, a part of that ache. That spirit is not in that pot or the cauldron because that spirit wants to be, but it is forced to be because it was tricked. And if you got scratched on these particular pots, you are a part of the legacy of those type of spirit. When you don't understand how a spirit and how something was constructed, and you just basically get scratched on the pot, sir and ma'am, you are part of that world, whether that world was done correctly or incorrectly. And this is why a lot of times when you don't do your history and you don't understand how things are supposed to be versus how people are actually doing things, this is why education is important and why our platform is here for melanated people. And I cannot tell the secrets of the ATRs, but I can give you a better idea historically of how things are supposed to be, and when it comes down to universal laws, why it applies to me and you, no matter whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. I've been doing magic since I was a child. I am 52 years of age. I have been doing magic on a professional level since I was a child because I had to do courtroom work. I had to do work against other workers. I had to work against other lawyers, doctors, prosecutors. My family was into some of everything. So I was constantly doing conjure for a lot of different things. And I gained a lot of experience. And so what I try to bring to this platform is clarity, sober-minded, and understanding. Many of you cannot learn from me because you already think you know. People have made you to believe that you are farther advanced and evolved than you really are. I hope through what I am about to talk to, that you would sit down and reason and really evaluate why somebody like me is going to be important to melanated people. I have no reason to lie to you. I have no reason to be deceptive. I have no reason to I have no skin in the game, and other than wanting to see my people do better. There's nothing for free. If you want better, and always tell people this, one of the things that I try to encourage people about manifestation and things coming into fruition, my numbers are 369, and my eguns and spirits work as such. Now, I want to talk about this word, this message tonight, because it needs to be said. And the subject is flauging in the ATRs is not wise. And I want to talk about this. I don't care if you're air sign, water sign, earth sign, or fire sign. I don't care if you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. The word flauging means to act like someone or something you're not. Why that is significant, and I'm going to say this because this can be natural or spiritual. A lot of times people come into the ATRs and they are putting on persona. Some people say, "What's up on my Libra?" Some people use the word, they're putting their best foot forward. In other words, you're still flogging. One of the things that have made me successful is I have been authentic. I have been myself. What you see is what you get, whether you like it or dislike it. What's up, my love, my Taurus in the house? Flogging is acting, personifying like you. There's people on social media that come across as very humble people. But when you meet them and you interact with them, you realize very quickly they are not humble. I don't pretend to be humble. Matter of fact, I tell people I'm not a nice person. I tell them I do nice things. I do not. I'm a Sagittarius. My moon is Aries. My rising sign Pisces. I am not a humble person. I submit to divine. I submit to divine order. But I am not a person that walks around and don't beat my own, blow my own horn, and I will beat my own chest. The reason why I'm saying this is when you interact with Apostle Ely, you're not interacting with somebody that is putting on a persona. A lot of these people are portraying to be very nice. Hey, baby. Hey, sweetie. That's not who they really are. That is called flogging. You're not only you're flogging for social media, you're flogging for clientele. I'm gonna say that again. It is no different than I wrote down here. In the church world, we call it faking it to make it. The problem with faking it to make it is that you attract somebody else that's faking it to make it. And then you get mad. Energy out, energy in. When you are authentic and you are real and you stay in your measure, you stay in your lane. A lot of you guys come on here and you try to portray that you are more advanced than what you really are, or you have more capability. Let me explain something to you. If you got a bunch of information that you cannot apply, you still a dummy. If you got tools you cannot use, you're just as defenseless as somebody that don't have tools. I'm just keeping it real with you. When you want to learn and you want to grow, you don't have time for somebody sugarcoating. You don't have time for somebody putting on airs. You need to know the raw dog. When I'm doing readings, a part of my job is to give honesty to people. And I would stop some of my clients. I said, wait a minute. You're paying me to tell you the truth. A part of my job in reading people and doing consultation is to be 100% honest. Sometimes I'm 1,000. Depends on who it is. Very seldom I get to be a million. But I strive to give people honesty. If you're not concerned about being truthful and walking in your personal truth, then I can't help you, because everything I do is gonna based off of your real energy, what your real ambitions are, and what is true for your destiny. Not who you want to be, not who you aspire to be. Is what's in your destiny. What is your ego saying? What is your capacity to actually operate in? You might want to be a major prophet, but you are just a discerner. You are somebody that every now and then the spirit uses in prophecy. People don't want to hear that. Let me tell y'all something. If everybody was telling you the truth, that means there would be no Indians and nothing but chiefs. Everybody can't be the eye. Everybody can't be the ear. Everybody can't be the heart. Everybody can't be the lung. If we all agree to that, then Why do we not understand that there's a reason why certain people are chosen to perform certain works? Everywhere you go, every time you turn around, everybody powerful, but you still defeated. You so powerful, but you still got fear. You so powerful, but you still rent an apartment. You so powerful, but you can't get over. And this is what get me. How you so powerful and Leroy walking the dog with you? Leroy ain't no lawyer. Leroy ain't never been a valedictorian. Leroy barely got a 3rd grade education, and he completely destroying your life. Baby, it can't be true. It can't be true. Because the person that's giving you the most problem is the least educated, the least talented, the least skillful person in our globe. And why he or she giving you a fit, it's beyond me. All of a sudden, when you come across somebody educated, all of a sudden you want to give me a go, but you cannot bring under subjection some Negro in your house that don't pay bills. Like, make it make sense. And I'm talking to black people. I'm not talking about any genre of people. I've never seen it. You let everybody in your family walk over you, but when you come talk to me, all of a sudden you got all the answers. Well, why didn't you fix all these other situations before you met me? Apparently, you ain't got a hold of your talent, your energy, and your frequency, and you don't know how to utilize your tools. Because you should be able to conquer your problem. And the mere fact that you can't conquer your problem, and don't tell me how much of a seer you are when you can't see up under your nose what's going on. And then you got people doing stuff to you that you don't even see unless I bring it to your attention. We're not going. Flauging is bigger than I thought. Because let me explain to you. I got a young man that came in. He came in like he was a baller. My status, and in some cases, he was spending money that I deemed myself couldn't afford to spend. And I talked with Minister Mario. And what I mean by flogging is when he came in, he was telling me about getting the land for my church, how many acres I needed, blah blah. He's talking in this type of lingo. That this like some man coming in and tell you, baby, I go out and call a real estate agent and let's get 4 acres of land to build a house on. When a Negro or a Negrette talking like that, they talking about some real money. You understand? So I'm sitting back trying to see how far this person can go, because I don't tell nobody that you got to be 6 figures, this or that to be with Apostle Ely. What I talk about who I am, I talk about what I got and where I come from. So flogging comes from you want to be a part of a group or a sect of people, and now you're putting on airs. Now, whether this person has the money to do this or not, but the point is they had intentions and they had motives why they were doing what they were doing. And then when they did not get what they wanted, they changed up on me. And that's my problem with a lot of people. When you come at me, I want you to understand, you grown. I don't believe I own nobody. In that concept, I don't also believe you own me. Let me say that again. Just like I don't believe I own you, I don't believe you own me. That go duality, okay? When you trying to learn, when you trying to grow, really, you trying to understand energy, frequency, and vibration. Flogging is not what you want to do. You don't want to be acting and pretending to be something you are not, because you're never going to get what God got for you pretending to be something you are not. and acting like you got something or don't have something that you do have or don't have. Now, why is this important, sir and ma'am? It prohibits a man or woman from trusting you. Because once they find out you are flogging, for whatever reason, the level of trust begins to disintegrate. You cannot develop relationships and have people trusting you when they find out later that you, and let me tell you something, Mother Susan said this, you can only flog so long. This is why I tell women and men, mostly women, don't date people around tax season. I'm going to say it again. You don't date people around tax season because black people play rich. I'm going to say that again. You can go in because you got some tax money and start purchasing and hiring spiritual people around tax season and don't have the finances to continue that service. That's going to be a problem. Some of y'all during tax season, you go out and get a place to stay. You pay down the first, the last, and security. But after that, you don't have the continual income to maintain that rent. You got tax season. This is when people start renting cars. This is when you can't find you can't even find a hotel because these are poor people with some tax money rent houses, rent cars and Airbnb, traveling, and it's an illusion, and it's a short-lived illusion. Let me tell y'all something. I'm 52 years old. I call it like I see it. I told and I tell people all the time, when it comes down to Ocha, that's Santeria and Lakumi. When it comes down to Asian Voodoo, those are the two most expensive, I'm going to say it again, the two most expensive traditions that I have ever been involved in. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, especially over a long period of time. If you can't afford certain things, then you shouldn't be sitting your ass. And now, because you are flogging, now you're going to make it a problem when you can't keep up with the basics. When it comes down to coming into somebody's life and you making like you can do this and you can do that. Imagine, you know, I'm keeping it real with y'all. What if I was flogging? What if I really wasn't a seer? What if I wasn't really a healer? You would feel the same way I feel about your ass. What if I really wasn't a six-figure man? What if I really wasn't living in a $400,000 house? What if I really didn't have the background I say I come from? What if I didn't have the gifts I've been saying I have? You have a right to feel deceived and hoodwinked and punked. And you have a right to feel that way. Well, the reverse of that, I have the same right to feel that way about you flogging. Because I never asked anybody to come into my life and pretend that they can do this and pretend they can do that. I would tell people, you know what your pocket is, you know what you can afford, and I'll move accordingly. That's how I talk to people. Because me, myself, I can afford to go and get, just like I did today. I'm going to go down and get my equipment. I'm going to get what I need. I'm going to do what I need to do because I'm going to take care of God's business just like God take care of my business. I want black people to stop flogging. I want black people to start admitting where you are economically. You cannot grow to another place if you are lying about where you are. You cannot grow faking it to make it. How can you ask God if you ain't got but 3 talents? Let God bless you with three and double it. If you got 5 talents, let God bless you with them 5 and double it. If God gave you 1 talent, bless the God and double that. Pretending that you are somewhere, somehow, in order to impress people is not wise. If I was getting on social media, I want y'all to really think about it. And I'm going to tell you, like, from my perspective, if I wasn't truly anointed by God, I wouldn't say half the stuff that I say. I'm going to keep it real with you. If I wasn't equipped the way I was and I didn't have spirits around me, I wouldn't be addressing a lot of situations, because what I do will get you killed. I can't be no more honest with you. What I do and how I talk to people, and even though I'm telling the truth, even though I'm addressing the correct people, even though I am well within my rights, that don't mean nobody won't put the what's happening on your ass. You can be all the way right and somebody will put the what's happening on your ass. You hear me say, don't do what I do, because I'm in a place and I know how to fight and I know how to defend myself, and I'm economically, I can keep a war a long time. I can finance my own war. I will burn every candle I got in the church and in this office. I will use every child, please. You have no idea what I have the capability of doing. But imagine if I was on social media and Demetrius, when you met me, I was nothing close, not even close to what I had personified myself to be. How disappointing would that be? When love, not love, but when Jelly Sweet met me and Ryan met me, what if I was nothing? It was all an act. And that wasn't really my personality. I didn't really have a church. I didn't really have members. It was all a farce. You know how disappointing you would be? Now flip that around. When I never asked you for the lie, when I never told you, you the one told me you were this and you could do that. I didn't ask for you. Because anybody that really know me, I depend on me. I'm worse than the Destiny Child. I depend on me. Because people are fickle. People are inconsistent. One day they into Ocha, the next minute they in Apollo, the next minute they Rastafari, the next minute they in they're Obia. They're all over the place. Most black people. Because they don't know who they are. Demetrius said, extremely disappointing, but it was refreshing that you were exactly who you said you were. And I do appreciate that. But what I'm saying, a lot of times I am disappointed because people are not genuinely who they say they are. I'm constantly having to adjust myself based off somebody trying to impress me. I constantly have to adjust my mindset on somebody that may be attracted to me, and that's why they're doing what they're doing. Or I'm gonna have to adjust myself because for some reason they're flauging because they feel that they're in competition with me. Y'all not on the other end of this. I don't have time for it. I'm asking you, as clients, as participators in magic, in my courses, I don't do flogging. I know it exists. I know people do it, but it's not gonna work here. It's gonna cause me to look at you in a way. When Brother Darius comes around me, whether he ever comes across, he got on social media and he said, I needed $5,000. And he said, I got you, Pop. Normally when Darius says he got me, he normally sends me the money. this particular time, he did not send the money. The reason why and then he turned around and got in our church group and said that he tired of being used by churches and all that. And I immediately corrected him. Because first of all, you volunteered that. You get, let me tell you something. The worst thing in the world with me is when somebody does something and then they turn around and try to make like I made them do something. If that don't infuriate me, because I work. I don't look for nobody to take care of me. I ain't just got like this. I've been like this. And for whatever reason, when y'all go to the other churches, y'all try to come to my church and try to handle me the same way. It is not that kind of a party. If you give me $10,000, that's for the church. I'm not sitting on nobody money. Y'all keep forgetting I come from money. Y'all keep forgetting I got 30 years at UPS. Y'all act like I make $600 a week. I normally bring on, after deduction of my 401k, my other stuff, I normally bring out in between $1,800 and $1,500 a week from my job. All of my kids are grown. What that should mean to you, I'm not paying child support. I spend my money on me. I can pay my mortgage out of one check. Out of two checks, I can pay for my BMW and my mortgage, and most of all of my bills. And the next two checks are all for me. All for me. I've been paying for Shango's just like I promised Josh, I'll pay for Shango's upkeep. I spent almost $1,800 on Shango. I generate the money to live the lifestyle I have, what I do. And for whatever reason, people come in and try to make like you doing so much for me. I have a successful business. It's called a church. Then I have a successful website. I'm a workman that worthy of his hire. I'm trying to figure out where is you don't understand that I'm in a place to actually afford to live exactly how I want to live. I'm 52 years old. I got medical insurance. I got dental insurance. I got optical insurance. I got all kind of benefits through UPS. You wouldn't even believe. Hotels, rentals, Disney, a resort. Our UPS is a company that's within a company, and we have access to a lot of benefits that some of y'all have no clue about. And you treat me like I work for Amazon or DHL. I work for United Parcel Service. Google our salary. I got some people on my job make more money than me because I don't be out there all time of night trying to make every quarter and penny UPS has to muster. I get done and I'm gone because I got a church to run and I got responsibility. I want to educate you why flogging is not wise, because it breaks down communication, it breaks down trust, and people have a right to know what they're getting involved in. I tell my church, anybody that follow me, this is where we're headed. I am going into the ATRS even more in depth. I'm going through my crown. I don't say that to my flock because I feel like people are going to help me. I don't say things like that because I'm looking for somebody to say, Apostle Eli, I'm going to help you do this. No, I do it because you have a right to know where I'm headed. If you're on this train, you're on this plane, you have a right to know where I'm headed. If you're a part of this flock and you're a part of this tribe, you have a right to know whether you support where we're headed or not. Because you claim to be in the tribe, I'm going to let you know where we're headed. I feel like that's my responsibility. This is my destination. Are you on board? Let's go. There's nothing that I'm talking about now that I did not tell people ahead of time. I always enunciate change. I always tell people where we're headed so they can be prepared. Does that mean that they're going to be prepared? No matter what I say, how I say it, and how long I say it. There's Negroes, they're going to procrastinate to the very end. And they're going to act like, swear to God, they just heard it. When I got many videos that prove I've been saying it the whole time. Let me tell you something. If you trying to grow spiritually, if you trying to find a teacher, if you trying to be a part of something that is great and going to really help you, you cannot be a flogger. Don't come in pretending you know more than what you know. Don't come in pretending that you in a place spiritually that you're not. Because one thing about me, I'm going to challenge you. If you tell me you can cook, baby, I promise you I will buy the pots, I will buy the groceries, and I'll sit back and I'll say, nah, do it. I have done it plenty of times. Y'all have no idea. If you tell me that you know how to do certain things, spiritual or natural, I will put you to the test. When I found out certain people in my church call themselves doing readings, baby, you got to do them readings in front of me. If you say you can prophesy, you must prophesy in front of me. I need to verify whether you can see or not, whether you can prophesy or not. If you say got a healing gift, oh, we need to see you, because I can go. There's plenty of people on the street that you can heal. Stop trying to pray for people that I don't pray for. Well, we gonna go get you somebody so we can see what your gift can do. Cause we don't wanna be out here saying you can do something you can't do. That's how I operate. The moment you tell me, or the moment you let me know that you feel that God has called you and chosen you for a particular task or ability, the test is on. I'm gonna challenge everything you say out your mouth. If you say you can read, oh, you want to read it from me. And then when you prophesy, you ain't gonna say nothing. Something told you. Oh, we gonna, cause did the Moreto talk to you? Did the Egun talk to you? Did the Orisha talk to you? Who talking to you? Because there are many voices in the earth. You can't just. I'm very militant. That the bullshit y'all think that you gonna come in and learn and take a couple classes, baby, I will teach you whatever you need to know. But when you get verified by Chief Apostle Ely, you gonna know your shit. You're gonna be able to finance your spiritual wars. You're gonna be able to manifest what you say you got. Cause other than that, I ain't giving it to you. That's how I was raised. That's how I was taught. And that it was good for the goose, it's good for the gander. If I can't pretend to be a seer, you can't either. If I can't pretend to be a healer, you can't either. If I can't pretend to be a deliverer, you can't either. If I can't pretend to know conjure and invoking spirit and all this good jazz I'm talking, and I got to be who I say I am, baby, you got to be. If I can't lie by my inches, you can't lie by yours. I'm telling you how I am. As long as you ain't learning up under me and you not up under my tutelage, you can say whatever you want. But if I got anything to do with it, and you sitting in my church or in my tribe or my elay, you want to prove that. You gonna have to prove your old goon talking. When people be doing readings for me, I'm listening. And then I'm watching for manifestation. When Oba told me what she told me, I sat back and I watched. Cause I ain't gonna brag on no spirit that ain't moving for me. I don't care who you is. If you don't show up for me and show out for me, I ain't got nothing to say. I wouldn't be telling y'all about Oba if what Moba said did not come to pass. I wouldn't be telling you about what Likba was said if it didn't come to pass. And it wasn't because the people that read, it was all confirmation, a conversation I had with my kids. All they were doing is confirming a conversation, a spiritual conversation I was having with my children. That's why I know it's true. Because I had taught my kids. Some of y'all, people say all kind of shit to you and you can't verify. If you come in my church and you say that I'm Dr. Doolittle and I speak to animals, God damn it, I'm gonna go get an animal, and I want you to get to talking. That's how I am. I don't care what you can tell me. You psychic and you can read pussy. I'm gonna find you some pussy you can read. Call me crazy, but that's how I am. Whatever you say you got, whatever gift you say you got, it must be proven. You cannot flauge in my life. You cannot personify something and then turn around. You're not authentically that. I'm just telling y'all how it is. If my money got to work, if my conjure got to work, yours got to work too. And so I don't understand y'all with the love spell. If you ain't got a good sex life and ain't nobody beating your door down to get yourself, how you gonna do sex work for somebody? Like, y'all help me understand that. How you gonna pray and believe God for my sex life when your sex life sucks? Something need to make sense. And that's one of them. Some of these people need their ass beat. It's simply because they flauge you. Just because you get a candle or two doesn't mean you can do love magic. Just because you get love oil, who loves you? Who likes to be around you? How you have the favor of God? Most people don't even like you. How you doing? How can you give me an arche or energy or frequency or vibration that don't even abide on your life? Make it make sense. That's flauging. If you can exhibit what you're talking about, what you're declaring, it is not true. You're pretending. Somebody said the face, like I'm sick. Black people, your Gucci shirt costs $12. Mine costs $750. Which one of them real? A real purse is gonna carry weight. Your purse, you say you got a name brand purse. That plastic's so light. But you walking around like you got, and you poor. You poor. Why you got offended? Why you got Gucci labels? It's nothing about your life is real. I've seen people with brand new cars parked up in the ghetto. That don't go together. How you got a Mercedes pulled up and you live in a subsidized income? You flogging. You're flogging. You got a Suburban and you stay with your mama, you flogging. I don't care, sir. I don't care how many people do it. It don't make it. No, it's flogging. You riding good, but you ain't living good. You dressing good, but your credit is jacked. You don't have no money in the bank. But you out here looking like you got money. I told one lady, I said, give me $100 out of that purse. That's how I talk. She a man that got, I said, no. If you got to do it in Bert, give me some money out, give me $100 in the purse. She did have $100 in the purse. I give her that. Because most people that got name brand purses ain't got no money in their purse. That's a violation. That's flogging. If you can't afford the name brand and make sure that you can put something in that name brand, that's flogging. If your hair costs more than your shoes, you flogging. If you ain't got no dental care, but you got blue contacts in, you flogging. How you got your hair done and your kids ain't got their book report? They ain't got their. You got your hair and their nails done, but your kids ain't got their science project. Bitch, you flogging. We as black people, our priorities are jacked up. And it don't change because we get in the Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, and Palo. You dressed up, you dressed to kill, and your rent ain't paid, your mortgage ain't paid. Baby, you flogging. I'm here to tell you like a TI is. You can keep with this dumb shit all day long. That's why when people come to me, I tell them quick, I say, what can you afford? Because you're not fit to frustrate me. And all I'm asking you to do is be honest about what you can afford. Because I can determine based on what you said, tell me out your mouth where we're going. That don't mean that's my capability and that is full extent of my gift. It means that this is all you can afford. And we're going to work in the confinements of your income so we can be consistent. Because one of my goals is to be consistent when it comes down to somebody's work. And you can't be consistent if we don't have a real economic budget. I'm just telling like a TI is. Everything about my life matches. I can afford whatever I'm doing. Spiritually and naturally. Unlike a lot of these spirituals around here, they can't do it. And they flog you. And when I step on the scene and go to flexing, because that's all I've been doing, and you notice that none of them got nothing to say, ain't nobody coming up commenting on my stuff. They ain't even liking my stuff. And I know I'm rocking. I know I'm handling business. I ain't talking about what I think I know. I know what I'm doing. If my Padrino give me credit for what I'm doing, that's because they flog you. How you gonna do money work for me? You ain't got no money. How you gonna do prosperity work for me and you ain't got no prosperity? You don't even have the mental capacity to come with a financial plan in order for my. What if your client got to own a business? You don't know no business law. You don't even know how businesses run. How you gonna help them? You ain't even man enough or woman enough to say, listen, I ain't never owned a business. I can't do your work. But there's a man over there. he been doing business all his life. He can help your business. You ain't even man or woman up. You have no integrity. You have no dignity about yourself. You actually take on clients that you know you can't help them because you ain't even got it in your life. They gonna bring some dick in your life, gay straight up out, but they ain't got no dick in their life. They gonna bring some ass in your life, but they ain't got no ass in their life. Like nobody asking question. I told my auntie yesterday. I told her a couple times because she's Scorpio. She get a slick at the mouth. I said, Auntie, because I'm by myself, don't mean I'm in my bed by myself. Cause I'm a sneaky nigga. I like to creep. That's what I am. I'm a creeper. I'm in the midnight hour. That's how I found that other alley cat. Damn. Anyway. I'm here to tell you like it is. I want you to understand why flogging is never a good thing, even though a lot of people do it. Instead of people doing the proper work and we're going from level to level and dimension to dimension and faith to faith and glory to glory, people's jumping and it's skipping stuff. When you skip, you don't hurt nobody but yourself. When you don't understand the foundation by which you are stepping from, when you fall, you don't know how to get back up and pick yourself up and recline. This is the kind of stuff that let me know how serious people are about conjure. Because if nobody's talking like this, they don't mean you no good. If nobody being straight talk with you, they don't have your best interest at heart. It's impossible. Because these are the questions that you need to be asking yourself. You got people out here trying to get you to give their rent money. It's the same thing going to church. How you don't know what you financially able to do? How you don't know how much time you got to give to conjure? How you don't know that whether you are ready for that level of commitment? It's no different than getting married or starting a business or going to school. You have to make a decision. Do I have time for that? Do I have that level of commitment there? Everything about being grown is making a decision. Magic is the same way. I have time for all of this because all my kids are grown and I'm a single man. So I can run up and down the road, go to Arisha's, I go to dance, I can do all of that because I got time. Especially if I ain't got to go to UPS. I got time. And I can get all this done and still give me a nap in, give me my food in, and give me some rest. Flogging is not a good thing in the ATRS. Some of y'all are here flogging with spiritual people. Let me tell y'all something. You might not want to hear what I'm about to say. It's a lot of thirsty spiritually out here. They broke. They looking for a hustle. And when you run around here acting like you got that kind of money, they will work on you. Some of y'all gonna attract to y'all life some man or some woman that need their bills paid. And they're gonna tell you whatever you need to hear. And they're gonna be working on your ass. You didn't appreciate being over here with me where I didn't need you to pay my bills. So I can be honest with you. I don't need you to pay my church rent so I can be honest with you. I don't need you to feed me or clothe me so I can be honest with you. But there are people out here, they need their rent paid. And they're going to start working on you. They're going to start doing conjure on you. They're going to start sending spirits at you because they need you to be in turmoil so you can keep coming back to them. Notice that my clients, I'm always solving problems. I don't create problems for my clients in order to get money. I solve their problem. I minimize their problem. That's what happens when you deal with a sufficient man or woman. They don't have time to cause chaos in your life to make money. I'm going to say it again. I don't use my gifts, my spirits to create chaos in your life to keep you from coming back to me to fix it. I use my spirits to help remedy your problem and your situation because I'm self-sufficient. I'm going to say it again. I'm not flogging. What you see is what you get. If I tell you I can do something, it is in my capability, sir, man, to do it. Whether you can afford what I can do is a whole nother premise. But the rationale, I'm exactly what I say I am. When I say I can do something, I can do it. I've been doing it. I have a resume behind me. And you know what, sir, man? That is not good for certain people because they don't care about that. All you care about is something cheaper. I tell people like that, you looking for cheaper, take your ass on where cheap is. Because cheap don't live here. Clearance don't live here. Clearance or clowns don't live here. I don't have a Black Friday for your ass. But I do have some conjure and some services that you can donate toward in order to get you some help. If you want real conjure, if you want real mysticism, if you want real magic, then do what you need to do as a grown man or woman. Other than that, stop playing games. Stop flogging. It's not necessary. And you're going to find yourself being ensnared in a situation by here pretending, or even if you are, but say for you pretending that you got it like that financial, they're going to start working on your money. A lot of y'all having money trouble because you flogging. And one of these broke hoes and broke niggas done latched onto your finances. That's what's going on with your finances. If you went out here pretending to be something you weren't, they wouldn't think you. It's like that fishing. The bait that they have in the water that is a shiny fish, but it's fake. You've been out here shimmering like you gold, and somebody done took that bait. Try that 7. I know that's right, Renee. That 7 chakra instant. All of that is for the benefit of all my instant work. And I've been trying to get my melanated people. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna say this again. I told y'all to get y'all membership before January 20th. I told y'all what Orange Tangerine was already gonna do. And he has not even got warmed up yet. He pictured with a cold arm. You have no idea where this country is headed. And your fake magic and your fake spirituality and your pretense faith is not going to help you. You're going to have real conjure. And you don't have time to pretend that you more developed than what you are. That's why I'm giving you a membership where you can use my orishas, that you can use my guardian spirit in voodoo, or you can use my spirits and Palo to help you further advance yourself so you can rise above this crap that is going to happen anyway. I love seeing the pictures of people being deported. I love it. I say to each and every family, have the day you deserve. Some of y'all don't understand something me. I'm a Sagittarius. Karma also sits in the house of Sagittarius. If you think I feel bad about people getting what they voted for, I don't. Just like I don't feel sorry for a woman that keep being with a man that beating up on her and ain't gonna go to work. How you gonna let somebody beat up on you and not work? And you don't think you need a therapy? Your mama need to whoop your ass, your daddy need to whoop your ass. Or they need their ass whooped because they ain't taught you better. However the situation is, I done said what I done said. I've been telling you and warning every month, Mr. Mario said, stop warning them people. I feel obligated as a vessel and a prophet of God to warn. That's what I feel. I feel that. Whether you listen or not. But I told you what you needed. I told you why you needed it. And you ain't caught me in a lie yet. I tried to tell y'all. But at the end of the day, I'm going to say this. It ain't me. It's you. When you walk on your job and they say, fuck you, nigger, because he don't roll back all the civil rights. They don't have to. There's no EOC. There's no department to deal with. They don't have to deal with none of that from the federal government. What you think they're gonna say to you? They don't have to have you as an employee because they can get somebody else to do your job. They don't have to have a quota. So what good is your degree? And you ain't sat around and you ain't try to support no black business. You ain't try to start a business. So you could generate income for yourself and your loved ones. It is what it is. Why should I feel sorry for you? Just like Noah told you it's gonna rain, you looked around, it ain't never rain. It gonna rain. When God's vessel go to talking and you go to ignoring, you have to suffer the consequences. Every action, there's the opposite and equal reaction. A lot of y'all slowful. A lot of y'all got to be convinced. At the end of the day, you don't have what you need. And you're going to find out real soon why you should have got your membership. All y'all that got y'all membership, you're going to see a difference. All this stuff going to be going on, but you're going to see such a difference in your life. And don't mean you ain't going to don't mean you're not going to go through something, but it will be nothing comparison what other people going through. And I'm saying that to you right now before it even go down. My mama said this, and I'm going to say it to you because it's wisdom. It's best to have a tool and not need it than to need it and not have it. It's better to be safe than sorry. It might be cliche, but it's the truth. When you sitting around and you going through situation and you ain't got nobody to pull on, but what you call yourself believing in, baby, it did not give you victory. It take money. And let me explain to y'all, you can't even afford the actual work. Let's not get that twisted. I'm trying to help you understand where you are. You want to be able to make $1 million, but you want to be able to give $400. You know that work. You want all this clientele and all this business, and you want to make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. But you want to give $2,500. It don't match. It don't match. Even a lawyer get 33%. Even a lawyer got enough sense. Even Uncle Sam got enough sense to get their money off the top. Because they don't trust you. A crook ain't going to trust another crook. So, I said all this to say that, what's up, Keymaker? Flauging don't work here. Flauging don't work in relationship. Because eventually, it causes people not to trust you. If I got to be authentic, if I got to be transparent, I got to be real. You come on my platform, you're going to be the same way. If you speak in the behalf of my ministry, you're going to be honest and you're going to be genuine. Or I'm going to call you out. I'm going to expose your ass. A lot of people saying, oh, I have some in myself. You always calling me out. If you going to represent my ministry, that's what's going to happen. If you don't want me to call you out, then just be a sister in a church or a member. But if you gonna represent my ministry in any way, and I see you been doing some disingenuous shit, and I gotta be honest, I'm gonna call your ass out. If you don't want to be called out, relinquish the position. It's so simple. If you don't want to be called out, then don't marry me. Don't marry my ministry. Other than that, you're going to be called out. Especially if you lying and you being disingenuous. It's simple, just as simple as that. Because that's what my platform is known for. Apostle Eli, truthful, he transparent, he upfront, he direct. You ain't got it. That's what I'm known for. If you come on my platform talking any of that shiggity and you ain't being genuine, you're going to get called out here. And you don't care how mad you get. I don't care. You can take your toy and go home. Matter of fact, you can take your toy and stick it up your ass if you want to. I don't care who you is. I'm here to help who trying to help themselves. Do yourself a favor. Stop flogging. Especially with me. Because I accept people for who they are. I made it so easy for people. I tell people all the time, you ain't even got to like me to be a part of my church. You don't even necessarily have to like me as an individual to be a part of my ministry and benefit from my platform. I can't be no more authentic and genuine than that. So I hope that this helped. I hope that you take our time to really evaluate yourself and start benefiting from your membership. Start benefiting from your the knowledge that's displayed here. Start benefiting from your graveyard work. Start benefiting from your ancestors. Psalm 105, forgetting not all his benefits. Like, you really need to step your game up and considerably, because you, like, once, I'm gonna say 6 months in, it's so much gonna be going on. Things are gonna be a lot higher than they are with all these tariffs, because all of y'all, you know, some of y'all have no economic education. You don't even understand, you know, with all the deportation, ain't nobody to clean the chickens, ain't nobody to pick the crops. Supply and demand is gonna drive the prices up. Then you got Canada and all these other countries putting tariffs back on the United States. It's gonna drive the costs up. Welcome to our new world. Which is what you voted for. We in the same boat. I'm gonna rise to the occasion, even though my millionaire status doesn't mean I will be completely exempt from everything, but there's a whole lot of shit I ain't gonna have to deal with. I can tell you that much. I've been trying to get melanated people to understand where we're headed. So, especially my baby Scorpio, and I told her what she was doing with her daughter, because your daughter is born with less rights over her body than you had. That's a real thing. So if your daughter comes of age and 12 or 13 and she gets raped, God forbid, I'm just saying, she got to have that baby. If it happened to you in our dispensation, you can get an abortion and move on with your life. That's the big difference. And this is all because white men and their fragility. All this is going on for no other reason than white men. And this ain't even about white women. It's about white men. And their inability to reproduce their own people, and they're dwindling in numbers. That's all this is about. That's all, and they're trying to consolidate power. That's all this is about. It has nothing to do with humanity. Has nothing to do with being a capitalist society. This has all to do and nothing to do with nothing else but one person on planet Earth. Is a white male, gay, straight, or bi. That's all this is about. She's out working to get her into the membership. Baby, you in the right direction. Like I said, I'm a smart man. I'm giving out smart information. It's not wisdom, knowledge, or understanding until you apply it. One thing you can't say, I didn't tell you so. My mother is big on I told you so. And I am my mother's child, but I told you so. All right? I love you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I am going on TikTok. I'm saying some questions. Not right now. I'm going to get something to eat. But I hope that you go get the membership. I hope that you take what's going on much more seriously than I think melanated people taking up. And things about to get real for a lot of people in their life, economically. And if you are already struggling, it's just going to get harder for you. And you're going to find yourself further and further down the pipe. And what I told you all, it's going to get to the point where every man for himself and God for us all. You could think you could take it for a joke all day long. And when you ain't got what you need in your house, you're gonna be just like the five foolish. You're gonna be asking the wise for their oil, and they're gonna tell you no. People gonna tell you no. Go and buy oil from where they're selling it from, because at least we missed the bridegroom. Some of us are not gonna miss our destination and our appointment, our appointed time. We're gonna have wisdom and we're gonna have what we need, and we ain't sharing. And that's me being honest and upfront with you. I don't care if you gay, I don't care if you straight or bi. You were told, you've been warned, and you had the opportunity that everybody else had, and you chose to do something else with your time, your energy, and your resources. That's your business. But when the shit hit the fan, understand, everybody ain't gonna be saved.